Since this part of the Skinwalker story occurred now many decades ago, a lot of the early key witnesses have since passed away. But we are lucky that a record of their testimonies was documented by an objective source completely outside the Bigelow Circle and uninvolved with Skinwalker Ranch. Frank Salisbury, a botanist with a PhD in plant physiology and geochemistry, wrote and published several books on plants and flowers. But stuck in the middle of his resume is a 1974 book he wrote titled The Utah UFO Display, a biologist's report. In 2010, he released a second edition of the book, this time including the Skinwalker story and new candid interviews with Myers and Sherman family members regarding whether the Myers family ever experienced UFOs or anything paranormal on the ranch during the 60 years they owned it. Garth Myers told Salisbury, "There were never any signs of that. There was nothing, unequivocally, absolutely nothing. There were no UFOs." Salisbury also interviewed Terry Sherman, who again purchased the ranch from the Myers, claimed to have seen UFOs, and then sold the ranch to Robert Bigelow for $200,000. Sherman was then hired by Bigelow to help with the Skinwalker Ranch investigation, and Sherman's experiences are a major portion of the Hunt for the Skinwalker book. Salisbury assumed, logically, that since Sherman's detailed accounts of paranormal activity are all over the book, that he had been extensively interviewed for the book. But as it turns out, Sherman didn't even know a book was being written about his family's experiences until the book was published. And he had never met George Knapp, although they had talked on the phone, but not about the book. Sherman basically supports Garth Myers' version of the history of the ranch,